caught me out there, Stu. I was doing something else. You almost caught me napping. But,
there's worse things you could have been doing than napping.
There is. That's very true. Many of them not safe for work either. But there we go.
Indeed.
Anyway, welcome back, listeners, to Tales from the 20 Side, Pathfinder 2nd Edition Let's Play podcast. My name is Dom, and I'm your GM for this game and for many others. And I'm joined by our regular cast members of Mr. Stu Jackson.
Hello.
Mr. Neil Kelly.
Hello.
And Mr. Darren Mafucci.
Hello.
Good evening, gents. It's been a while. How is everybody?
Yeah, it has been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, good. Good, thanks.
Yeah, working hard.
Or hardly working?
No, working hard. It is the season after all.
Hardly working.
Our busy time, isn't it, Neil?
It is.
In a normal year, yes.
I forgot to mention, listeners, we are joined by some very special guests today. We are joined by dual iterations of Father Christmas in the form of our Neil and our Stu.
Indeed.
We are professional Father Christmases.
Ho, ho, bloody ho.
Normally, this time of year.
I've always wanted actually to do a Yorkshire Father Christmas. You want what? Do you know how much they cost?
Back in my day,
you'll have what you get and you'll like it.
Back in my day, you had half a moulded boot, and you were pleased about it.
Oh, about it. Yes, I saw what you did there. Of course, we had it hard. Yes.
Well, you were a child prostitute, so yes, you did get it quite hard.
Do I edit that out? Do I not edit it? I mean, actors, that's just another name for actors, really, isn't it?
It is, yes. Another name for prostitute.
Funnily enough, I've never heard actors call that before, Stu.
It was a big thing a couple hundred years ago. I mean, especially female actors.
That's why Shakespearean times women weren't allowed to perform on stage because it was regarded as the next thing to being a prostitute.
Wow, didn't know that.
Even right up to the days of music hall. Even up to the days of Hollywood, early days of Hollywood. It was, the moral majority in America would get up in arms about films.
It's one of the reasons why a lot of female actors do not like the term actress, is because there's certain connotations behind it.
To it, yeah.
And also, an actor's an actor, and their gender's not really relevant.
Well, certainly there's been a drive in the last few years to make that more the case.
I mean, I've met some women who prefer to be referred to as an actress, but as Stu says, it does have these connotations that an actress, well, she can never be the lead in anything. She's regarded as limited talent, but sexually available. That's what gets her in, and she's just the love interest for the hero. That's the role. That's an actress.
It's almost the same as calling any profession a female whatever. For example, I'm using football as an example. I know we haven't really got a sporty group here, but the term female footballer really annoys me. Like, why can't they just be footballers?
Of course, if you speak a language where nouns have genders, say French, then it is acteur and actrice, because one's masculine, one's feminine. Although that's more the word rather than the thing that's being described.
Yeah, that's more a limitation of the language itself, as opposed to kind of the social approach to it all and the social understanding of it. But, yes. Let's before we go down too much of a rabbit hole here, folks. I think it's time to get us back into our game. What do you reckon?
I reckon, yeah.
You didn't sound so sure there, Stu. Everything all right?
No, I am. It was a big Well, I mean, bear in mind, Alwyn is taking fire damage as we speak.
That is true. There are a number amongst our group who are still a little bit on fire, but we'll get to that in just a moment.
Yeah, I don't remember what happened last time.
That's all right, because I'm about to give you a recap. Bringing ourselves back into our game, our 3 adventurers, Brother Amos, Orwin Templeton, and Otto von Niederschläger, have been making their way through the Pale Tower in the land of Irison, trying to find a way to shut down the winter portal that's spreading winter across their homeland, land of Taldor. They've had a few altercations at this point with Radosek, who is the kind of witch in charge of the tower itself. Initially, he had trapped you in his upper chambers, and you hatched a plan to double cross him into letting you out, which you carried off very, very, very well. Under the guise of giving him the 2 things he sought from you, the keys given to you by Baba Yaga's Black Rider, you were released from the tower and taken down to the tower courtyard where Radosek was waiting. It soon became apparent that you were not intending to hand over the objects you had promised him, and a fight ensued, sort of swinging this way and that, with Radosek's captain of the guard proving to be quite a formidable opponent herself. But eventually, you did enough to almost force Radosek into retreat once again, and using some unknown magics, was able to transform a statue of an ice dragon that stood in the centre of the courtyard into a living creature. And he took to the skies on it, and you watched as this dragon flew to the top of the tower before Radosek disappeared. Although not before Olwyn got a very nice shot in with his longbow. After you had done that, you continued to battle with a now very half-hearted Captain Orlov of the guard, and eventually you forced her to yield before you. Seemed that the captain had her own issues with Radosek and was willing to help you do what you were trying to do in exchange for her life and a sizable share of whatever treasures you found at the top of the tower. She gave you a key to the various teleporter pads that were around the tower and sent you on your way. And just as we return, the 3 of you, with Nadia in tow, have returned to the middle floor of the Pale Tower, and you stand on the approach to the teleporter pad that took you to the top floor previously, having just smashed to bits 2 statues that previously were inert and now revealed themselves to be almost nymph-like creatures. They attacked you, and you handily took care of them. But that is where we bring ourselves back in, and we're now around to Brother Amos's turn. Technically, we're not in combat, but it's relevant for some things that are happening with the rest of you. So, Brother Amos, if there's nothing you particularly want to do right this second, you feel a burning on your skin as you take a point of fire damage from the alchemist's fire that Olwyn had made a bit of a mistake with just a second ago. Okay. Once you've taken that damage, roll a d20 for me.
11.
Okay. Still sort of burning away. Otto, is there anything you'd like to do?
Not burn, preferably, but otherwise nothing much. No.
Okay, no, you're all right. Olwyn, we are around to you. Anything you wish to do on your turn?
Yes. Can I use an action to pat myself out, or to wipe, if the alchemist fires like liquid, to scrape it off myself?
You absolutely can. That allows you to attempt another check immediately. So roll a d20 for me. As a motorbike goes bang outside my window.
Is this fortitude reflex?
It's just a straight roll.
Oh well, it's a natural 20 anyway. So
okay, Olwyn, you're able to quite easily sort of scratch and scrape off the worst of this liquid, and although it still tingles a little bit, it's not enough to do you any further damage. You watch as Nadia sort of starts doing the same,
Before I do, is Chardonnay on fire?
No, Chardonnay succeeded on his save last time round.
Okay, cool.
Save's the wrong word. You watch as Nadia sort of sees what you're doing and copies you, sort of scrapes off this liquid that's burning her skin. She also takes no further damage. We're back around to Brother Amos.
I don't think there's much I can do at the minute, is there?
Scrape it off you!
Yeah, scrape it off me.
Get rid of it!
Right.
Try and put myself out, I suppose.
Okay, roll a d20 for me.
15.
15. And this time, with Olwyn's encouragement, you are able to scrape this burning liquid off your skin and you take no further damage.
Excellent.
And that will bring us out of initiative properly, folks. So what would you like to do?
Thank you, Nadia, for getting the beastie. Is anyone really badly hurt?
I am quite badly hurt.
Now that you mention it.
I was just on fire.
Okay.
Nadia also raises her hand, Olwen. You can see that, sort of judging by the injuries she's got, she's a bit cut and bruised here and there. You'd estimate she's just shy of half health.
Okay. Let's take half an hour then, and I'll treat you all. I don't mean I'll treat you I'll take you for ice cream. I mean I'll try and fix you up. Not with my friend. I mean, I'll try and heal you.
You seem to be having trouble with words today, my friend.
Yes.
Everything you say means something else.
It does. That's welcome to my life. I don't know if it's Stu or Alwyn who said that. So I'll try and treat Brother Amos first.
Okay.
So with a 17.
Are you intending to take half an hour in this corridor here where you are?
That was what I.
All right. Okay. So you sort of set yourselves up in this icy chamber. There's like a red carpet on the floor leading up towards the teleporter pad, and you can see that there are a couple of mirrors around the outside of the walls themselves, much as you've seen previously. You sort of set down. You make yourselves a little encampment. And about 5 minutes into your first treat wounds, Olwyn, the mirrors themselves begin to shimmer, and you see the form of Radosek appearing in them again.
Quick, break the mirrors!
Him again.
Quick, someone! Smash the mirrors!
I'll do it, brother.
I'm treating you. You sit there, otherwise I'll bust the stitches.
I'll smash a mirror with something.
Alright. It's probably easy enough to do. Being a dwarf, you're quite thick set in the arms and stuff, Otto. You can sort of move up to one and sort of smash it. You smash one of the mirrors, and before you can get to the second, you do see Radosek fully appear inside it, and you see as he appears with a sneer, he opens his mouth to say something, but isn't able to before you get there and you break the second mirror.
Just the two, is it? Just the two mirrors?
Just the two mirrors in this room, yes.
Yes.
There is a wooden door to the north and a wooden door to the south, which you've already come through.
Right.
Just so you're aware.
Well, that's a job well done. That's kept him out of our way for a little while.
That's right.
If that's how he gets around and it's not an option for us, then I think we should just break every mirror we see.
Yes. It's not like it's bad luck or anything.
No, they cancel each other out.
Well, our luck has been splendid so far.
Yes.
Yes.
assuming nothing else happens to interrupt the treat wounds, Brother Amos, you get 9 hit points back.
We really need to print off a new character sheet. This is starting to fall to bits every time I rub something out. Every time I rub one out.
Yeah. And,
every time you rub one out, something falls off. You might want to see a doctor, Darren.
And then I'll start working on Nadia.
Okay. So your first, you do complete your first treat wounds. So whatever the healing was towards Otto. Was it Otto you were doing first, or Brother Amos? Brother Amos. Yeah. So Brother Amos gets his heal, and you begin working on Nadia. As you're doing so, let's have perception rolls from everybody, please.
24.
18.
23.
Sorry, Owen. So, Owen, you had 24?
24.
Amos, you had...
18.
And Otto, you had...
23.
23. All right. So, Owen, as you're sort of beginning to patch Nadia up, you become aware of the sound of footsteps approaching from the door to the south, where you had previously come through.
Quick, somebody's coming. Defensive positions.
The door from the south, did you say?
The door to the south, yes. If it wasn't obvious, that was an initiative roll. So, when you hear these footsteps approaching from the south, do you wish to do anything else, or do you just wish to stay where you were?
Yes, draw the long bow.
Draw my hand crossbow.
Okay. So, when you draw your longbow. Anything else? Yes, I would like to move a little bit closer, about 10 foot closer towards the door. All right, okay, you move 10 feet towards the door. Okay, that ends your turn, Orwin. We're round to Otto. You'd like to draw your hand crossbow?
I'll draw my hand crossbow and load it. And how far am I from the south door at the moment?
25 feet.
I will move a little closer. 10 feet closer.
10 feet closer. So you sort of step in front of Nadia, who is still being treated by Orwin, and you take out your crossbow. And as you do so, you all watch as the door bursts open, and striding through is a very grumpy-looking creature. Has grey skin with a bald, hairless head and sort of pointed ears sticking out from his head. And he sort of looks out at you all, and you just hear it say, "Right, are you the fucks what have interrupted my cooking? Right, time to take care of yous."
What?
He'll move towards you, Orwin. You see, he's got a Morning Star in hand already. He moves up to you, and he's going to smack you with the Morning Star.
Okay. Didn't Otto get a third action, by the way?
Yes, I drew my crossbow, I loaded it, and I moved a bit closer to the door.
Sorry, I missed the loaded it bit. Yeah. Okay. My bad.
You are bad.
I am bad.
Okay, Orwin, I've got a 15 to hit you.
15's going to miss.
15 will miss, alright. He sort of swings towards you with the Morning Star. You see it coming, you duck just out the way. He's going to use his last action to strike once more. That's a natural 1.
Yay!
So good start to him. Does not draw a critical fumble though. However, that is going to end his turn. That brings us round to Brother Amos.
Fist.
Yes.
Fists of Fury. Fist him.
I'm gonna move over to the grey creature and fist him.
Fist that grey creature.
Right in his fisting hole. Yeah, so I'm going to use a flurry of blows.
Okay, roll those attacks.
21.
21 will hit. Roll some damage there.
Nine.
9 points of damage. Nice. You sort of rush up and you smack it in the face. One action left for the Ramos.
I was doing a flurry of blows, so do I not get to...
Oh no, you do. Sorry, that's my bad.
Natural 20.
That's another hit. It's got a crit card for you. All right. So roll your crit. So roll the damage and then double it.
4. Oh no. 5. 10.
10 points of damage. Nice. So as you punch him, Brother Amos, you sort of catch him with an uppercut that takes him off his feet for just a second, but he sort of twists in the air and lands on the ground. And as he lands on the ground, he sort of clutches his hand to his jaw where a bit of blood's dripping out, and you see he sort of goes, "Oh, now you're gone and done it." Sort of lets out this massive cry of rage, and you watch as he swells in size. And this was quite a small creature beforehand, but now it's towering over both you and Olin.
Swells in size where? All over.
all over, yes.
Does he turn green while this happens, or...?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
But you've still got an action left for the Ramos. You also notice as it sort of grows larger in size, some of the injuries that you've just dealt it, they nip back up as it does so.
Okay. I'm gonna take another swing at it with my powerful fist.
Right, so roll that attack.
That's definitely misses. That's a 3.
Yes, this time sort of caught off guard by this creature suddenly getting much larger,
Becoming engorged.
Becoming engorged. There we go. Yeah, you don't really get the full force into the strike, and you glide off of his skin. All right, end of your turn, Brother Amos. We are round to Nadia. You see Nadia sort of sees this happen. She sort of swears out, "Oh, Erasta above!" All right. She sort of moves up to it. Sort of dances past you, Otto, and sort of nips in round the side of this creature. As she does so, you can see that she's sort of squinting at what she can see, and she says, "Right, just like any large creature, he's big, he's going to hurt, but he's quite slow. Just wait for him to move, and then move after, and you'll get him. You will get your guiding words bonus, your +1 to attack and damage." And then she's going to attempt to hit it with her hatchet. Oh, and a natural 20. She sort of brings the axe to bear and slams it into the creature, taking quite a nasty wound in the side there. That's 3 actions for her, though. We're back round to you, Olwen.
Okay, gonna drop the longbow, draw the rapier. I'll use a free action to say to Otto, get further back with Chardonnay. And I will strike with the rapier.
Right.
Oh, it's not bad. 24.
24 is going to hit.
Good. That is 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
I know, right. And final action, I will try and strike with a rapier again.
Okay, roll that attack.
Dirty 20. No, 19.
Or 19 is exactly what you need. You sort of sneak under its guard and strike into it, just under his arm.
6 points of damage.
Nice. 6 points of damage. There we go. End of your turn, Orwin.
That's it.
We are round to Otto.
Can I produce flame without setting fire to anyone else?
Yeah, you can.
Yes, I will produce flame. That old go-to.
The old go-to, indeed. So roll that attack, Otto.
What do I add to... It's my
add
spell DC, isn't it?
Add your spell attack, yes.
Spell attack, so that's 20.
Right. 20 is going to hit. Roll damage there.
Is it just 1d4?
No, I think it's more than that because you should be heightening it. So it should be 2d4, I think.
2d4. That's 1 plus 3.
3 points. So 3 total.
3 and what? Yes. And what do I add? Do I add anything to it?
You add your charisma bonus.
Charisma. So that's 6 in total then.
Right. 6 points of damage. Looking a bit toasty and bloody.
And for my final turn, I will just shoot off my crossbow.
All right.
I've loaded it, so I might as well.
You might as well use it, indeed.
Yes. So roll for crossbow.
Yes, roll the attack and add your crossbow ranged strike.
So that's 23.
Okay. Is that with the multiple attack penalty?
Oh no. No, that's not. So what do I deduct from?
It's -5.
So 18.
And 18 will miss. Although once again, it's not so much that it's hard to hit because it's quite a large creature at this point. It's more that you loose the bolt, but it doesn't penetrate. It's seemingly very, very, very thick skin.
Right. Well, I'll put my crossbow away then.
It's the end of your turn, Otto. We are back round to the creature that has just burst in. It is going to... You see, the first thing it's going to do... Sorry, this has caught me a little bit with my pants down.
Not again.
That's more than we need to know.
No, I am imagining it vividly.
There we go. It looks down at you, Olwyn, where it's now towering above you. It's sort of 7-8 feet tall, and it just says to you, "Flee before Mig." I need you to give me a will save, please.
Okay. Is this a spell?
This is a spell.
Oh, good, because I get +2 against spell saves. So that is going to be 23.
All right. As it yells down at you, Olwyn, you feel a pang of terror sort of make its way into your heart. But you sort of take a second to remember how much smaller this creature was but a few seconds ago, and you use that to steel yourself against the worst of it. You are frightened 1.
Okay. Frightened 1.
And then it's going to use its last action. Brother Amos has dealt the big damage. Uses its last action to smack you with its Morning Star, Brother Amos. 18 to hit.
No, just under 19.
Once again, it's a bit slow and lumbering, and as it slams the Morning Star into the ground, you wait for just the last second for it to, as it's about to hit you, and you just duck out of the way. That was a bad turn for it. Brother Amos, we'll run to you.
I would like to try using my grappling hook again to launch it around its feet to see if I can trip it up. Is that something I could do?
Yeah, you can. Absolutely, you can. So that is going to be, I believe, an athletics roll.
18.
18. Ooh. Oh, 18 is exactly what you need. Yeah, as you sort of whip your grappling hook around its legs, it wraps around them in a very satisfying manner, and with a quick tug, you launch it onto the ground. 1 action left.
I'm going to stand over it and hit it in the face twice.
Okay. Okay. Roll those attacks. The grapple, the trip would have counted as an attack, so you apply your multiple attack penalty to the first strike.
-4.
Yes.
That misses.
Okay.
And then is it -8 for the second one?
Yes.
I just rolled a natural 1.
Roll a d6 for me, please, Darren.
6.
6. Or you're lucky you do not draw a critical fumble card. Either way, as you sort of tug it to the ground, you rush in with your fist to strike it and hopefully finish it off. But as you do so, the first one, your fist sinks into its surprisingly muscular stomach. It sort of resists you, and the second time it dodges out of the way, and you slam your fist into the hard stone of the floor.
Ow.
The hard kind of ice of the floor. But that, I think, ends your turn, Brother Amos. Round 2, Nadia, who is from where she is. She says, "That's good. Get him down. Get him down on the ground. He's not so mobile there." Re-ups her guiding words on you all, and just goes in twice with the hatchet. Okay, you watch as Nadia gets a decent strike on the creature. It's looking woozy, looking like it's about to drop. And she goes in for the killing blow, and it manages to get a hand up and just takes the brunt of the blow before she can sink it in. That ends her turn. Olwyn, we're up to you.
Right. Ash going to attack it 3 times.
Right.
With the rapier. So the first one, if I'm frightened 1, but I get the +1 from the guiding words, that's going to be 25 for the first one.
Olwen, tell me how you finish off this creature that has surprised you.
As it is down on the floor, Arwen just
Kicks him when he's down.
he turns his rapier around so that it is pointing down, and with the handle, both hands on the handle, he just sinks it straight into the creature's torso through its blackened heart.
You do so, and as your rapier pierces its body, there is a squelch and a squirt of blood from it, and you watch as it sort of gurgles for a second, reaches for the blade, tries to pull it out but to no avail, and eventually goes limp on the floor in front of you. And you watch, Olwen, as you withdraw the blade, it shrinks back down to its previous small size. Previously this creature was probably a little bit smaller than Otto before it got big. Right, that brings us out of initiative there. What would you like to do?
So what was that all about? This little creature came in and attacked us, and
I'd like to search the body.
Yeah, absolutely. No rolls needed. You see, this creature isn't really wearing much in the way of clothes. Kind of a bit of a loincloth, and looks to be a chef's apron as well. Obviously now covered in blood and viscera. You do find a couple of things on it. You do find that it has a morning star. It has a crossbow and 10 crossbow bolts. There is also sort of tucked into one of the pouches on the chef's apron. You find a small pouch of herbs that might be used for seasoning.
Does anybody have use for the morning star?
not really. No, I could use the crossbow bolts.
Okay, I'll give the crossbow bolts to Otto.
Thank you. Not that they've ever done me that much good in most situations, but you never know.
Yeah, Morningstar's not really my thing, but thank you. While that's happening, Alwyn will lead Nadia over to a corner and start on the treating of her wounds.
Okay, because you were interrupted, you will need to start fresh. So that'll be another 10 minutes.
Okay.
But as you sort of get Nadia sat back down and start dressing her wounds again, you do find that this time you are uninterrupted. You can complete that treat wounds.
However, with a 13 rolled,
that is a failure.
Yeah, but it's not a critical failure.
It's not a critical failure. That's what matters.
Yeah. Sorry, Nadia. They're sort of a bit beyond me. Right, who's next for the doctor? Otto?
Yes, thank you. I'm only slightly damaged, but...
if you're only slightly damaged, go to the back of the queue. Chardonnay, come here. I mean, to be fair, Chardonnay's limping badly and, got his fur matted with blood. He's looking really rough. Yes, and I will do a treat wounds on Chardonnay then instead.
Alright, roll that medicine check.
I am going to use my hero point because I just rolled a natural one and this will be likely to kill Chardonnay.
Good use of the hero point.
There's a reason I didn't use Chardonnay in the last battle. So I am going to use that hero point. That's better. Rolled a 15, so 24.
There we go. That's a success.
And Chardonnay gets... same as Brother Amos, 9 points back.
Nice.
Right, are we ready to go before anyone else decides to come and interrupt us?
Yes, let us press on.
Right. So you complete your short break patching each other up. What would you like to do?
Keep heading. We were heading north towards the teleporter, weren't we?
The door to the south is where you've come from. The door to the north is unexplored, and the blue patch on the right-hand side is the teleporter up to. Is the teleporter that you recall took you up to Radosek previously.
So we got two choices. We can explore the rest of this floor, or we can go on up.
We might find something useful if we explore.
It's true. That's true.
Oh, we could just go on up. I'm easy.
We know that, but should we go up or?
Let's just go.
Let's just go.
Right, that sounds like a majority in favour of moving on up.
Moving on up, moving on up.
Legally, Stu, we can't sing that, and people will sue the hell out of us.
I think it's fair to say what I was just doing cannot be called singing.
Does anybody know what the M in M people stands for?
No idea. I'm guessing moving because that's the only song that anyone ever knows by them.
No, their song was pop music, wasn't it? Was that M people? Pop music. Shooting everything up.
Right. So you're making your way up to the top floor. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the five of you step onto the same icy teleporter that you previously used. You produce the crystal shard given to you by Captain Orlov, and as you rub it as you have done previously, you watch as a now very familiar sensation as you are encased in ice for a split second, and there is a sensation of moving as the world whooshes past you before coming into view. You can see the familiar visage of the top of the pale tower. Can I get perception rolls from everybody, please?
Certainly can.
17.
16.
23.
So that was 16 for Amos.
17 for
17
Amos.
for Amos. 16 for Otto.
16 for Otto.
23
Olwen
for
was-
Alwyn.
23.
23.
So Olwen, as you kind of get to the top of this transference, and you see the world coming into focus. You do see Radosek sort of standing not too far away from the teleporter pad, and you watch as he sort of turns to face you in the teleporter, and his characteristic sneer curls across his face as he does so, and he seems to be preparing something in his hand. As the ice melts away from you, it is your turn to act first, Alwyn. What would you like to do?
Sorry, how far away is he?
So he's only a good 10 feet away. Sorry, I hadn't moved on the map.
Right. Alwyn will going to nip around him to the other side of him, to allow for a flanking position for someone else. Going to strike him with the rapier.
Try to.
17.
17 misses, unfortunately.
Okay, and final action, I will say, Chardonnay, come here and kill the bad man. And I will get Chardonnay to move up to him and attack with Jaws. Okay.
Yeah, are you aware that Chardonnay won't get flanking there?
Yes, I am. What Chardonnay's doing? Chardonnay's also taken up a position ready for someone else to pull him flanking if they so desire.
Gotcha. Okay.
20.
20 is enough to hit. You can see where Radosek's still a little bit winded from where Brother Amos caught him in the chest previously. That gives Chardonnay just enough of an opening to get through to him.
Go Chardonnay. 4 points of damage, but
That helps.
there we go.
Alright, so that's the end of your turn there, Orban.
That is.
Okay, we are around to Radosek. You watch as he watches as yourself and Chardonnay both move past him, and still with a hand outstretched towards the rest of your companions, he looks over at them and says, "Pity." You all watch as this massive shards of ice gather in his hand and then fire out towards Otto, Brother Amos, and Nadia. I need a reflex saving throw from the three of you, please.
23.
19.
19. Okay, so Otto, as this blast of ice comes flying towards you, you managed to get an arm up and deflect the worst of it away from your face. You take 16 points of cold damage, reduced to 8.
For what it's worth, liberating step on Nadia.
Okay. I need to roll her save still.
Oh, actually, I might not be able to. Looking at the distance. Bear with me.
You've got to be within 15 feet, haven't you?
I think so, in which case it... yeah. 15 foot, so therefore... 10, 15. The only one I can do is Otto.
Okay.
Oh. So deliberating.
So Otto, reduce that to 3 points of cold damage, Otto.
I much appreciate it.
You watch as both Otto and Nadia manage to get an arm up in the way of the worst of this spray. Brother Amos, you're not so lucky. You're not quite quick enough on your feet. You take the full brunt of it as you take 16 points of cold damage. And for his last action, he looks over at you, Olwyn. There is a slight flash of light in his eyes as he looks at you, and he says, "Now feel the full wrath of winter." And the air around you gets very, very cold, Olwyn. But that's going to end his turn. We are round to Nadia. Who is going to... she moves up to Radosek. Sort of looks at him and says, "Right, just like before. If we surround him, he can't get away. Looks like he's moving a bit slower than he was earlier too." You will get your guiding words, and her last action, she's going to smack him with her hatchet. And with a natural 20, this cold fury that you've seen in her eyes kind of the whole time, she catches Radosek almost completely off guard and smacks him with the hatchet. He sort of staggers back a little, reeling as he does so. But that ends her turn. Brother Amos, we're round to you.
Okay. So I'm going to move to behind Radosek.
do that. You pop yourself sort of a few feet closer.
And then I am going to proceed to try and crack him in the back of the head.
Twice. Roll those attacks.
17.
17 is a miss, unfortunately. You go towards him, and he, again, a surprising deftness to the man. He palms the fist away as you go to strike him.
That's a miss as well.
Okay, and as you go for your second strike, you realise you've kind of overcommitted a little bit, and you can't get the swing anywhere close to him. One action left.
I'm going to try a powerful fist.
Alright, roll that attack.
Yeah, that misses as well. It's 11.
Okay, so a flurry of misses there from Brother Amos. You step up to him, and it catches you off guard how quick he is on his feet, sort of ducking and dodging and weaving, and just sort of batting your attacks away. If you didn't know otherwise, you might start to think that maybe he's got some monk training of his own, with the way that he's deflecting your blows and such. That ends your turn. We are round to Otto.
Otto, I will move to a position here.
You step up towards Radosek, putting yourself in flanking with Olwen.
And I will deploy Tanglefoot, because I don't like the way he's moving around a bit too freely.
Okay, you cast Tanglefoot. So is that a saving throw from Radosek, or is that an attack from you?
I think it's an attack from me. I'm not sure. If it works the same as Produce Flame, then it's just a spell attack.
Yes, roll a spell attack.
That's 23.
Oh, 23 will hit. You sort of flick this long sticky vine just appears from your hand and wraps itself around one of Radosek's legs.
Good. That should slow him down a little. And I don't know what to do with my remaining. I will bring up my shield.
Okay, your last action. You cast shield on yourself.
Yes, cast the shield.
Okay, increasing your AC by 1. End of your turn, Otto. We're round to Olwen.
Okay, with a cry of, "Oh, for God's sake, Otto, you're made of paper. Stop running into bloody melee combat!"
Whatever that is.
First action, I'm going to move so that I'm flanking, so that Brother Amos and I are flanking and get the bonus. Second action, I will attack with the rapier. 12.
12 is going nowhere near.
I thought as much. And last action, go on, Chardonnay, keep going. Attack the bad man. So first attack from Chardonnay is 14.
14 is a miss.
Second attack is 18.
With the flanking, 18 is just enough to hit.
Oh, good. Oh, max damage, 11.
11, very nice. So Chardonnay rushes in and sort of chomps into Radosek. As you can see, he's quite quick on his feet, and he's moving quite well to avoid your attacks. But where there's so many of you around him, he just can't get away from all of them. And Chardonnay gets a nasty bite into his leg. Is that your turn?
That's it. That's my 3 goes.
Right, end of your turn. We're back round to Radosek. And you see the first thing he does is he turns to look at you, Olwyn, and as he does so, once again you feel this chill in the air sort of condense itself around you once more. He then moves out of the melee, 10, 15 feet. You can see the Tanglefoot is it's restricting his movement. It's certainly slowing him down, but it's certainly not enough to stop him, unfortunately. And he looks towards you, Olwyn, once more, and you see a familiar cluster of ice building on his hand as he flicks it towards you. I need you to give me a reflex save, please.
Does this count as a spell?
This is a spell, yes.
Because I get a bonus on spell. Yeah. That's a bit crap. 15.
15. Okay. This ice fully crusts over your legs, Olwyn. You take... you take 7 points of cold damage.
Okay.
And your speed is reduced by 5 feet.
Okay.
But that ends Radosek's turn. We're round to Nadia, who once again breaking away from the pack seemingly in an attempt to try and corral Radosek a bit. She moves the other direction around the room, sort of around the big hologram in the centre. 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. See, she rushes right over to the other side of the room. Once again, sort of calls out, "There, we've got him. Keep going, keep going." So you'll get your guiding words. And the last thing she's going to do is she's going to, once again, hit him with her hatchet. And this time, you see, she gets the axe towards him, and it glides off of a familiar barrier of magical force that you've seen him have previously. That ends her turn. Brother Amos, we're round to you.
Since I don't have much use for this Morning Star, I'm going to throw it at him.
Okay, all right. Yeah, roll an attack for me. So roll d20 and add your strength.
26.
26? How have you got that with just your strength?
I'll just... Wait.
Yeah,
oh yeah, sorry, I was adding the 8. No.
That's alright, don't worry.
21. Yeah, 21.
21, oh wow. So despite this weapon not really being designed for throwing, nor you being that versed in throwing weapons, you managed to just lob this weapon with enough force that it smacks him square in the chest. Roll a d6 for me.
Two.
Nice. You see the Morning Star thuds into Radosek's chest, and he staggers back as it clatters to the ground. So it would have been one action to draw the Morning Star, one action to throw it, and one left.
Can I be a pain in the arse rules lawyer for a moment? Usually with thrown weapons, you do get to add strength to your damage.
A Morning Star is not a thrown weapon.
Fair enough.
It is a weapon that is being thrown, but it's not a thrown weapon. It's not
fair enough.
because it's not designed to be used in that way.
It's not as aerodynamical. Got it? Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yes.
Yeah. Just thought I'd try.
And the same goes for furniture.
Yes. One action left for the Ramos.
I'm gonna... I'm gonna move next to him to try and block him in, because he's in that little corner there to the south.
You do so, sort of rushing past Orwin and Chardonnay. You move yourself next to Nadia, attempting to hem Radosek in. End of your turn. We are back round to Otto.
I will move across, keeping a bit of a distance, and I will produce flame.
Okay. Roll that attack.
23.
23 is going to hit. Roll damage there.
Damage, that's
2d4 plus charisma.
2 plus 5 plus 8.
Very nice. 8 points of damage there from Otto.
Fire meets ice, or ice meets fire.
Like a song of fire and ice.
Fire and like a song, almost. Who would think?
There we go. Okay, what? That's your. Oh yeah, that's your turn. You moved and then you use produce flame.
Yes.
So that brings us on to Olwyn.
Okay. First thing Alwyn's going to do is to move to a flanking position with Nadia.
Okay.
Then attack with the rapier. That is 18.
18 is enough to hit with the flanking.
Woohoo! 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage.
And last action. Come on, Chardonnay! Chase the bad man! Chase the bad man! And Chardonnay will move up next to him and take a snappity snap with the old jaws. Oh, that's a good roll. 20. No. Hang on. 20. Yeah, 27. I have to think.
27 is a hit.
For 6 points of damage.
There we go. Another nice chomp there from Chardonnay. As the two of you rush up in tandem, you strike with a rapier, but really it's to serve as more of a distraction, so Radosek can't defend himself against the wolf that's also coming in. And yeah, Chardonnay gets a nice another chunk into Radosek there. Is that your turn?
That's it. That's my 3 goes.
Right, we are round to Radosek. And the first thing he does is he begins moving his fingers in an arcane way, and as he whispers a word of power, you watch as energy releases itself across him, and so, the injuries that you've dealt him all begin to knit back up.
Oh man, I hate it when that happens.
There's a stitch up.
As he does so, Olwyn, you feel that unearthly chill that was surrounding you a second ago. That disappears, and you feel the regular temperate atmosphere of the tower around you. And the last thing Radosek is going to do is he looks up to the ceiling of the chamber you're in, and he just calls out, "Albifex, protect me!" There is a massive rumbling crash as the ceiling above you explodes downwards in a shower of ice, and you watch as you see swooping down from the sky above the statue of the dragon that he'd previously gotten up here on. And that is where we're going to end for that session, folks.
Oh, blimey.
It's a dragon. My goodness.
This was always going to be a tough fight.
It certainly is. I mean, he doesn't seem so much, but he's got a dragon, so yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? This is probably a good opportunity to wish all our listeners a very Merry Christmas. Because it's 6 days away.
It is. 6 days. You'll be eating your turkey, seeing family you never see, maybe drinking a bit too much. We encourage you to drink responsibly, but also get drunk as well. Life is short. And yeah, have a very Merry Christmas, whatever you may be doing.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas. Here's the
Christmas.
This Christmas, drinking alone is cool.
In fact, drinking alone is encouraged this Christmas.
Yes.
But still, please do so responsibly if that is what you've got planned for the day.
Yes. Get drunk on a sensible budget.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
See
you.
all after the festivities.
Yes, indeed. We'll catch you. Well, obviously, we're going to see each other again in about 30 seconds' time. But for the folks listening,
Yes.
we do hope you have a lovely holiday period. And yes, we'll catch you. We'll catch you with our next episode on Boxing Day. Do make sure you look out for that.
Take care.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Tales from the 20 Side is a Feagle Films production in association with Juicy Falls. Music by Nazar Ryback from hooksounds.com. Editing by Stu Jackson. Find us on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram by searching Tales from the 20 Side or by visiting talesfromthe20side.com.